Thanks for that. It's been nearly 600 days since anyone has seen Madalina Cojocari, and now Cornelius Police are naming her mother, Madalina Cojocari, as a suspect in her disappearance.
This is a massive development in the year and a half since the girl was last seen. This is the first time a suspect has been officially named in this case. Police sent out a new flyer yesterday afternoon naming Diana a suspect. One was written in English, the other Romanian, which is Diana's first language. It's important to note that she's not facing new charges, but is still considered a suspect. Diana pleaded guilty just a few weeks ago to charges of failing to report Madalina missing more than a year and a half ago. She was given time served and released with the notice that she could be deported. Her husband, Christopher Palmer, told authorities multiple times Diana would not tell him what happened to Madalina. It was revealed in court Diana had become paranoid and had a feeling that steps needed to be taken to hide Madalina to keep her safe. Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us now to dig deeper into this case.
And Khalif, I am so happy you are here. I'm serious, because when this story came out yesterday and her being named a suspect, I thought to myself, what does it matter? I mean, why do we care in terms of now she is a suspect?
With this news, you got more questions than answers.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that she's a suspect, but you don't know what that means. Typically, that means a couple things, that they got some new information. And so you look at the stepfather's trial, there were a couple things in there that he mentioned. First, that when I would offer the daughter dinner, the mother would say, hey, I'll take the dinner upstairs to her, don't worry. He talked about the person coming to do work on the house. Yeah, we are at the house, mentioning it was both Madalina and the mother there. And so I think when they look at the testimony that he made during the trial, that if it was believable, and I think it was believable, that even though he was convicted, his testimony was believable. And they're like, well, maybe she is someone that knows more than she's led us on to believe, that no, she is not this innocent person. And so that's all I could think about. But when you're mentioning that a person is a suspect, typically there's something that they have discovered during that investigative process to let them know that, okay, she's the person that we believe has done this. But a suspect of what? Right now, there's no body. And so if you don't have a body, there's really no crime. There's an allegation that they believe that something happened, but my question would be, a suspect for what?
Right. I mean, that's really the question, because, I mean, how often do you hear of police naming a suspect without any official charges? Where does this go from here? I mean, you would think that if you're naming someone a suspect, you have something to go on.
This is uncharted territory from my experience. Typically, there is a crime, and then you don't know who did it. And then you have a couple of folks that are people of interest, or a crime has occurred, and you immediately know who you're looking for. But to see that there is an allegation of a crime, there is a thought or a belief that a crime happened, and now we have a person that is a suspect, is extremely rare in my experience to see. But what I can tell you is that I believe that there is other information out there that they're not sharing with us right now to lead them to say that she is a suspect. I mean, the information doesn't add up from the conversations that she was having with her with the stepfather, and because of that, I think that's the only flag that you can get. I mean, but murders, if we're saying this is a murder, those things go unsolved all the time. I mean, from 1980s to 2019, almost 30,000 homicides happened in North Carolina. Almost 5,000 are unsolved. And so that happens where you do not have facts, so you don't have evidence. But to see this today, or yesterday, I should say, was concerning, because I was looking for some, hidden gems, some smoking gun. I didn't see anything except for a new poster update. And so we'll keep watching this to look for more. But right now, I am questions and not answers.
A lot of questions.
I will say this. I know that it's extremely frustrating for the police officers who are investigating this. I've spoken to them a number of times, and they want answers just as much as anyone else.
I think we all do.
And just to be clear, too, to our viewers, is there has not been a body. There has been no evidence of Madalina right now. Still a lot of questions.
Right now, she could be alive.
Answered. Yeah, have no idea.
Hopefully so.
Khalif, thank you so much for your coverage. And also, just to bring you up to speed about this story, Madalina Cojocari was 11 years old when she disappeared in November of 2022. Just give me a little bit of a timeline here so you can be able to understand the context that we're giving to you. And that's when she was last seen in public getting off of her school bus in Cornelius. Her parents didn't report her missing until mid-December. Diana Cojocari and Christopher Palmer were arrested for failing to report their daughter's disappearance. Now, there has been no progress in learning Madalina's whereabouts, and even with the involvement of state and federal investigators.